it's Jordan, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I bought because of the covers. Since a lot of people buy books because of their beautiful cover, I decided to talk about my cover buys. I've clearly picked a lot of books from my shelves here, so let's get started. The first book that I bought for the cover is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I almost forgot his last name, but this is the UK cover of Coraline. I just love it better than the US one because she looks like a creepy wind doll, and I just didn't like it. And plus, I just love the cover more because it's so beautiful, and they have better illustrations in this book too. And it's like I try to find a good one. Like here is Coraline and a black cat. I just love this cover, and I'm going to be reading this for my Summer Fun Readathon, which I'll link the announcement video and the TBR down below so you guys can check it out. But this cover is just seems look more appealing to me. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay by J.K. Rowling. I love the movie so much that I'm like, I gotta have the screenplay. The cover is so beautiful with all the gold. And plus, there's the little Niffler there. He's so cute. I'm planning on reading this before the next Fantastic Beasts movie comes out, so I definitely want to read it. But the cover is just so beautiful with all the gold. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Girl Made Out of Glass by Melissa Bashardout. I can't pronounce her last name very well, but I just love the cover because the bottom almost looks like a crown, but it's mostly icicles. So, and all I know is it's a retelling of Snow White, which gets me excited about the book more. So I'm gonna be, hopefully I'll read this really soon. The next book covers that I've bought for the cover, and plus they're by the same author, is Geekerella and Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. I actually got this on Crate, but I still love the cover. Ashley Poston's becoming one of my favorite authors right now. I love Geekerella. I read Geekerella last year, and I just read Heart of Iron this year, and I love both of them so much. This is one of my favorites from Ashley Poston. I need the sequel for both of these, and they're coming out next year, and I can't wait. And plus, for Geekerella, I love the end papers here, and plus, I love that little symbol underneath there, which looks really cool. So, yeah, I can't wait to read more of Ashley Poston's books, and I just want to read the sequels for both of these so bad. Well, the sequel for Geekerella is a companion novel, but still. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Walk on Earth, A Stranger by Ray Carson. I just love the cover because the font is gold, even though it's not shiny, but I just also love the background of the sky is gold, orangish gold, and there's this girl that's surrounded by gold. I just love the cover because of that, and I know it's a trilogy, and it's a historical fiction fantasy, which grabbed my interest because of the plot, so yeah. The next book I bought because of the cover, also because of the plot, is Everland by Wendy Spinelli. I know I have the other books here, but I'm just too lazy to get them. I just love the cover. I also love the gold and orange. I know it's mostly yellow orange, but I just love how it's like fairy dust spraying all over with the title, and also the girl that looks like a Tinkerbell figure and looks like a fairy. That's what I also love. So yeah, and I love the series so much. I need to read Auslan so badly, so I highly recommend. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Long May She Reign by Raymond Thomas. This cover is really interesting because it's I forgot what this flask is called. If you're science and if you're into science and you know that, let me know in the comments down below, because I know I was in chemistry class last year. I just forgot, but I just love how they have the flask here, and then there's a castle inside, which is really cool. And yeah, I've read this year, and I loved it. I recommend it, and I listened to this on audiobook, which I also recommend. So yeah. The next book that I bought because of the cover is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. This grabbed my interest because it's a firefly that's like half cyborg. That just grabbed my interest because of that. And then when I found out about the synopsis, that grabbed my interest even more. So yeah, and I think the sequel just came out last year, and I definitely want to read it, so I gotta read this one. So yeah. The next book that I bought because of the cover is I See London, I See France by Sarah Manowski. I just love this cover so much. It almost looks like a journal, and a journal cover if you've seen them at Barnes & Noble or any of the bookstores. I just love it how artsy it is, and it looks really fun, and I've heard good things about this book. I know it's a contemporary girls traveling around Europe, plus they have the map of Europe as end paper, which I love. So yeah, and I definitely want to read this, but I don't know when. The next books that I got because of the cover is Ever the Hunted and Ever the Brave by Erin Semerel. I definitely want to read these because I think it's a retelling of Being a Beast. I'm not sure, but it's about this girl whose father was killed, and she has to see to find out who it is, and there's a lot of mystery there. This grabbed my interest, plus both of these covers are really beautiful, and also the back. And I know you can't see them under the jackets, but they both have crowns, which I also love. I'm going to get to these really soon, because once I'm done with listening to the audiobooks for the Lunar Chronicles, I'm hoping to get to these, because I've heard mixed things about it, but for me, I just want to read these because of the plot. Plus, the covers are gorgeous. The next book that I bought because of the cover is The Book Jumper by, I can't say her name still, but what I love about it, it's blue in the background, plus I love the font, and I also love there's a girl whose dress is made of book pages, and then there's a knight there that's out of books, which is really cool. So I love this book so much. Want to read her next book, which is The Forgotten Book, but I don't know what the book's about, if it's a spin-off series or a companion novel to this book or a sequel. I'm not sure. The covers are so similar, and I just want to read it, and plus I highly recommend The Book Jumper. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Literary by Lucy Kenning. I just love this cover because the curtains came from the pages of the book, which is really cool, and the girl's just peeking out like, hey! So I just love the cover because of that, and I want to read it, and it is short, so hopefully it'll be a quick read when I get to this. So yeah. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Autobiography by Christina Lauren. I just love this cover so much. I love the starry skies, it's purple, and then you see the lighter hues, and I love how there's two boys standing on top of the book. I just want to read this because I've heard good things about it. I know Sam from Samantha Reading, I think that's her channel's name. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, and I'll link her channel down below, and she told me to buy this because I was asking people on Twitter what books I should buy at Barnes & Noble, and she told me to buy this, so I'm like, yeah, this grabbed my interest, and I definitely want to buy it, so there you go, and I can't wait to read it when I can. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Song of the Current by Sarah Tulcher. I just love this cover because of the shade of blue, plus the moon reflecting in the water. I just want to read this book because of it, and I think it's about what's the plot. I don't remember at the moment, but I know it grabbed my interest and I definitely want to read it because of it. So yeah, and plus I just love how the fonts are so glittery. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. I just love the cover, plus it makes me want to read it because, of course, of the title. I also love how the fonts are like you've written it with a quill or feather, plus I love how Alosa, the main character of this book, looks like Merida, and then in the back you have the skull and the cross swords, and I'm not sure, and plus you get to see the map of the ship there as an end paper, and I'm not sure if you can see it from the light, but they have cross swords here. So yeah, and it's my #1 favorite book of the year so far, so I highly, 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 highly recommend it. The next book that I got because of a cover is Ink, Iron, Glass by Gwendolyn Clare. I actually got this from Uppercase. I just love the cover of it. I just love how there's blues and purples, and I love how each word has something different. Like ink is out of ink, obviously, and then iron looks like iron, and then glass looks like glass, and plus the back is the same as the front. I like the book. I have a review of it, which I'll link down below. It was a good read, but it wasn't a like, oh, I love it. But the sequel is coming out next year, and hopefully it'll be better. So I'm giving this another try because of that. The next book that I bought because of the cover is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I just love this. This is one of my favorite book covers because it's gorgeous and it looks like a fairy tale book, which I literally pre-ordered this because of a cover. But then I found out what the book is about, and I was like, I'm definitely interested. It was a 4-star read, which still a good read, but not good read. I still recommend this to people if you want a dark fantasy. And I know there's a sequel, but there's no title for that, but hopefully it'll be better, so yeah. The next book that I bought because of the cover is The Wicked Deep by Shia Earnshaw. This cover is so beautiful, plus it's all reflective and font, so it's like the whole, like the fonts and the pictures are foiled, and plus underneath it's really, really beautiful. So I'm also gonna be reading this for my summer fun readathon, and again I'll link it down below for the announcement and TBR videos. So I can't wait to read this because they said it's like Hocus Pocus, which that's all I need because I love Hocus Pocus, which is one of my favorite Halloween movies. So yeah, I can't wait to read this. I bought because of the cover is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Goldhurst. I know this is an LGBT book, which I definitely interested in reading because not only the cover is beautiful, but I love the font, and I love how there's 2 girls holding each other's hands. I just think it's adorable. I definitely want to read it because of a plot, and I'm like, that's something different from what I've read in the past, and I definitely want to read it because of that. And I know the prequel just came out this year, and then there's a sequel that's coming out next year, so I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to read it as soon as I can. The next book that I bought because of a cover and plus of a plot is Lost in a Book by Jennifer Donnelly. This is one of my favorite book covers of all time, not because it's Beauty and the Beast. It looks like a freaking painting, and I just love it so much. I love how colorful it is. I love the picture of the Beast library, and I love a picture of Belle. I just love this cover so much, and of course you all can tell that I love Peter Pan and Beauty and the Beast, so you know how big a fan I am, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, but now you know, and I just love this cover so much. The next book that I bought because of a cover is The Timekeeper by Tara Sim. I just love how they have the clock as the main focus of the title and the cover plus they say like it's fantasy and historical fiction, and it's all about clocks, so that kind of grabbed my interest. I tried to read this before on audiobook, but I wasn't in the mood for it, so I put it down, so hopefully I'll get back to it and end up enjoying it in the end. Next book that I bought because of the cover is Three Dark Crowns by Diabolic. I just love how each crown represents different princesses, and I've heard good things about it. And this is also another book that I'm going to be reading for my Summer Fun Readathon. And like I said before, I'll leave the links to both videos, and I can't wait to read it because, again, I've heard good things about it. Plus, I love the cover. The next book that I bought because of the cover is Everland by Sarah Holland. I know this grabbed my interest because time is money in this world, and that's all I need to know. Plus, I love the hourglass as the main focus of the cover, and plus, I also love the castle in the hourglass and the staircase here. I just think the cover is really beautiful, and this became one of my most anticipated releases of the year. I think it made it to the list. I don't remember, but I definitely want to read this soon. I don't know when, but yeah, I definitely want to read it still. I bought because of the cover is Entwines by Heather Dixon. All I know is a retelling of 12 Dancing Princesses, which is another fairy tale that I like. Plus, I love how beautiful the cover is. Plus, there's like flowery, shimmery, silver flowering stuff going on, and plus there's a girl in a big gown in the background. I just love it. Plus, there's a castle in the corner. I just love the cover. Plus, this I remember picking this up at Half Price Books, and this girl was like, "You should read it, it's a good book," and I was like, well, okay, I'll buy it. So this is also one of my favorite book covers. Because of the cover is Cruel Beauty by Hodge. Yeah, sorry, I mispronounced people's names, but all I know from this book is a beauty-based retelling. I just love how it's the rose in the background. Sorry, a book dropped on the floor, but anyways, I love how there's a rose as a central focus of the cover, plus there's a stairs along with the rose, which I also like, and there's this girl that is going down. This is the most unique cover that I've seen. I definitely want to read this, even though there's I've seen mixed reviews, but I don't usually pay attention to reviews, but I definitely still want to give this book a try. So that's all for my cover buys. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below some of the books that you bought because of the cover, because I know I buy a lot of books because of a cover, but I've tried to have more reasons to grab the book besides their beautiful covers. So if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Last Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on LastReader19. I also have Goodreads, which I'll link down below. And if you don't want to miss any of my new videos, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!